everyone. Today we're going to start a new project, homemade lye soap. Now this recipe is going to be a little different than what you see online on YouTube. This is more of a mild lye soap, and it's a Castile lye soap. It was one of Misty Prepper's. It's called Soap Making with Marcia, and her husband, Mountain Man, has a new YouTube channel where he is displaying all her videos. So I'll put a link in the description box. Let's begin. First you want to have protective gear. You want to have glasses and you want to have the gloves, because making lye soap can be a very caustic substance until we get the fat added to it, and then it's not quite so harmful. You want to get a big stock pot, and I will tell you the ingredients before I start. That way you can easily find them. For this Castile soap, we're going to have 3 cups of water, 17 ounces of lye, 2 pounds of coconut oil, 2 pounds of shortening, 2 pounds of canola oil, and 2 cups of lemon juice, and 3 tablespoons of powdered milk. And then you can add some essential oils and some almond oil further along in the recipe. So we shall begin. Also, when you start making homemade soap, always have some vinegar on hand. I've seen some YouTubes that are very bad that are saying that if you spill some on you to use water. No, no, no. Never use water on a lye spill. Always use vinegar. Vinegar is an acid that will stop the reaction. Never, never, never use water. So what you want to start out with is, you want to start out with the 3 cups of cold water. Now this is the most scary part, is adding the lye. When the lye is added to the water, it will become very hot. This is the step that is the most crucial. When you are making homemade soap, allow extra time. Do not be in a hurry. It's the same as cooking with grease or pressure canning. You don't want to have a lot of action going on in your home. You want to have devoted just till this. We are going to add our 17 ounces of lye. All of our ingredients are measured to the ounce. If you want your soap to be perfect, you want to measure it to the ounce. We are going to slowly add the lye to the water. Never ever add water to lye. Always add the lye to the water first. We're going to add that very slowly, stirring while we add it. This is where you want to make sure you have your protective gear. Also, it produces fumes. You don't want to be smelling those fumes, so step back a little bit. You want to stir it until it's totally dissolved. You see I'm stepping back. I'm not trying to breathe into it. First it's going to look milky white, and then it will turn clear. And it's going to get very, very, very hot. Let me go get a hot pad. Okay, I should have had a hot pad underneath. Okay, now we're going to keep stirring it until it's totally dissolved, which can take a couple minutes. I can feel the heat already coming from it. Normally, I make soap outside, but for the YouTube purposes, I thought I'd make a batch today. I usually make 1 batch. Okay, I can feel that it's starting to dissolve now. This here, like I said, is the most dangerous part. Once you start adding your fat will neutralize the lye. So even though it's still not quite safe-free, it's not as bad as this caustic right here. This is what makes it caustic. Okay. Alright, now we're going to start with We are going to start with our 2 pounds of coconut oil. It's the first what we're going to start with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it in a little at a time. This is the only recipe that you can do it this way. If you're working with lard, this recipe will not work. You actually can drop the fat right into your lye mixture. The heat is going to melt the fat. You have to be really careful that you don't splash. Okay, let's add all the coconut oil in there first. Okay. Make sure you get all of it out. And then you're going to stir that until it's melted, which can take a couple minutes. And when this is melted, I'll get right back to you, and then we'll add the other fat.